Good morning to one and all. This is Nagjyoti, working as an assistant professor in Department of ECE in St. Peter's Engineering College. So, in this session, I want to discuss a topic of subtractors. So, in the last session, we have discussed about adders. It is a circuit which will perform an operation of addition of 2-bit or 3-bit. If it is performing addition operation for 2-bit, then it is called as half adder. If it is performing operation of 3 bits, it is called as full adder. Similarly, in case of a subtractor, it will perform an operation of subtraction operation. If we are performing an operation of subtraction on 2 bits, then it is called as a half subtractor. If we are performing subtraction operation on 3 bits, then it is called as a full subtractor. So let us see the first operation, which is nothing but a half subtractor. So in case of half subtractor, it consists of two inputs. Whenever we are performing any subtraction operation, we will be getting two outputs. One is difference and the other one is borrow. So here two inputs as well as two outputs. And before going for this, we need to know those 0 minus 0 is 0, 0 minus 1 is borrow is 1, difference is also 1. Difference with borrow equal to 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. This is difference and this is borrow. So here borrow is 0, here also borrow is 0. 1 minus 1, difference is 0, borrow is also 0. So in this case, as I am saying it as a half subtractor, it consists of two inputs. Those two inputs are A and B. So these two are inputs and two outputs. One is difference and the other one is borrow. So if there are two, the combinations will be 4, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. 0 minus 0, difference is 0. We are not taking any borrow, so it is also 0. 0 minus 1. Let me take if I want to subtract 25 minus 19, as I cannot subtract from 5 from 9, be taking it borrow. So instead of 5 now it will be getting plus 15. So in the same way, if it is 0 minus 1, if I am taking a borrow, this becomes 1 0. 1 0 equivalent is nothing but 2. 2 minus 1 is 1, as we are taking a borrow 1 with borrow 1. So difference is 1, borrow is also 1. 1 minus 0. In case of 1 minus 0, difference is 1, as we are not taking any borrow, is 0. 1 minus 1, difference is 0, borrow is also 0. So, the next step is we need to write down, draw the K-maps for difference, that is sigma m of, this is 1 and this is 2, sigma m of 1 comma 2. Similarly for borrow, it is sigma m of 1. So we need to draw the two K-maps because of two outputs. Inputs are A and B. 0, 1, 0, 1. For difference we are having this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So here we are having this is 1, this is 1. As both are isolated ones, the expression for this first isolated one is A bar B, and for this one it is A B bar. So here the difference output for this expression is nothing but sigma m is equivalent to A bar B plus A B bar. So difference is equivalent to A bar B plus A B bar, which can be written as A XOR B. Similarly, for borrow, we are having only one. This is A, B, 0, 1, 0, 1. Output is at 1, it's isolated. The expression is A bar B. So here, the difference which we got is A XOR B, and borrow is A bar B. So the logic diagram for this is A bar, B, B bar, A bar, B bar. A XOR with B. This is difference. A bar, B. This is borrow. This is the logic diagram for the half adder circuit. Similarly, the next type of circuit is a full adder in which it consists of three inputs followed by two outputs. So in case of a full adder, we are having three inputs. We need to perform the same thing which we have done as it of the adder circuit. So here full adder itself indicates, sorry, full subtractor itself indicates which will perform the subtraction operation of three variables. A, B, C are three variables, and difference and borrow are the outputs. So if we are having three, we can have eight combinations from 0 to 7. 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. So difference is 0. Borrow is also 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 1 is 1 with borrow 1. 0 minus 1 is difference is 1. Borrow is also 1. So difference is 1. Borrow is also 1. 1 minus 0. Or let us first see the other numbers, that is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. So difference is 1, borrow is 0. 1 minus 0 is difference is 1, borrow is 0. 1 minus 1 is difference is 1. Now let us see for this one, 0 minus 1. So here 0 minus 1 is, borrow is 1, difference is also 1. So difference is 1, borrow is 1. 1 minus 0 is 1 with borrow 0. So here we are getting the term in this way. Similarly, for the next one, which is equivalent to 0 double 1, for 0 double 1, 0 minus 1 is 1, difference is 1, borrow is also 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So this is the case for the next one. Similarly, if we go for 1 double 0, 1 minus 0 is, difference is 1, borrow is 0. 1 minus 0 is, difference is 1. Similarly, 1 minus 0. 1 minus 0 is, difference is 1, borrow is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So here we are getting in this way. The last one is 1 1 0. So 1 minus 1 is, difference is 0. Borrow we are not taking. 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 1, 0. 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1 is, difference is 1. Borrow is also 1. So first perform the subtraction operation for the first two. Depending upon this, we need to write down the next difference column as well as the borrow column. So if we observe the difference column, we are getting the difference expression as sigma m is equivalent to 1, 2, 5 and 7. So here difference expression is sigma m of 1, 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5, 6. So it is 1, 2, 4, 7. Similarly for borrow, we will be getting sigma m of 1, 2, 3, 7. So then we need to draw the K-map. Three variable K-map. This is for difference. For difference, I got the expression as 1, 2, 4 and 7. So here this is A, B, C. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So here this is 1, 2, 4, 7. As both all are these are isolated ones, I can write down the expression, or in the other words, wherever you are having odd number of ones, there only we are getting ones. So I can write down A XOR B XOR C directly for the difference. But for borrow, it is 1, 2, 3, 7. This is 1, 2, 3, 7. So I will be getting this is 1. If you combine this, I will be getting this is BC. If you combine this, you will be getting A bar B. If you combine this, you will be getting A bar C. So the expression is A bar B plus A bar C plus BC. And the last step is we need to draw the logic diagram. So in order to draw the logic diagram, this is A, B, C. A, this is A bar, B, B bar, C, C bar. So here the difference is A XOR B XOR C. A, B, C XOR B. This is difference. Borrow is A bar C. This is A bar. This is C. One aggregate. Similarly, BC. This is B. This is C. BC one aggregate. A bar B. This is A bar. This is B. All these should be connected to one OR gate. This is a bond. This is all about a full subtractor. Similarly, we may have a question in such a way that we need to design a full adder or full subtractor circuit using a half adder circuit or half subtractor. So in such a cases, first take the outputs from the half adder. So whenever we are designing a full adder using a half adder circuit, we need to use of two half adder circuits followed by an OR gate. So output of first half adder will be A XOR B. For that A XOR B, just add other more C, so that you will be getting A XOR B XOR C. So and similarly for the carry, we'll be doing in that way. Now let us see a 4-bit subtractor. So here in this case, just we have performed the operation of subtraction operation of only 3 bits. So it is called as a full subtractor. If I am performing an operation of a subtraction operation of 4 bit, then it is called as a full, n-bit subtractor or 4-bit subtractor. So in case of a 4-bit subtractor, we are performing the subtraction operation of 4 bits. So if you remember in the first unit we have discussed about the complements. Whenever we are performing the subtraction operation of A minus B, for B we are performing either 1's complement or a 2's complement. So here 1's complement is nothing but making 0 with 1 or 1 with 0. So here in order to perform the 4-bit subtraction operation also, as I am performing here A minus B, here I am performing the operation of 2's complement, because in case of the if we compare the 1's complement with that of the 2's complement is mostly preferable than that of the 1's complement, because in case of 2's complement we don't have any differentiation between a plus 0 and minus 0. So in case of these 4-bit subtractor also, I am performing the operation in that way. So here what I am taking over here is I am taking off a circuits of a full adder circuits. Even though we are performing a subtraction operation here, a minus b is nothing but we are performing 2's complement for b, and for this one we are adding a. That is the reason, in case even we are performing a subtraction operation, here we are performing an internal addition operation. As I am saying it as 4-bit subtractor, I need to use 4 adder circuit. So in these 4, I am taking 4 full adder circuits, because in order to perform the 2's complement, I need to have 1's complement plus 1. So here this is full adder 1, this is full adder 2, full adder 3, and full adder 4. For each full adder, as we know that it consists of 3 inputs. One input is this is A1, and this is A2, A3, A4. As I told you, in order to perform A minus B, I need to perform 2's complement. So for 2's complement, 1's complement plus 1. 1's complement is element making 1 to 0, 0 to 1. That is the reason I am adding an inverter for B's. This is B1, this is B2, B3, B4. But a full adder consists of 3 inputs, as we have written 2 inputs. The next input is C in input, which should be is equivalent to 1, because here we are performing 1's complement. 1's complement plus 1 is nothing but a 2's complement. So here the output for this full adder is one is sum and the other one is carry. This carry should be connected towards the next one. So this is C out 1. This should be input for the second one. So this will become C in 2. Similarly, the sum is S2. Output is carry C out 2. This out 2 will become as C input of 3. The sum is S3 and carry is C out 3, but this becomes as C in of 4, and the sum is 4, and here we are having the last output, which is nothing but C out. Now let me take the one example, A minus B. So here let me take A inputs is equivalent to 1 0 1 0, and this is A, and B is equivalent to 00 00 1. So whenever we are performing A minus B, so here 0 minus 1 is difference is 1, borrow is also 1. So in simple words I can say this is 1010, which is equivalent to 10. This is 00 11, which is equivalent to 3. So I need to get an output is equivalent to 7. So 7 output is 0111. Similarly here also let me take here this A is nothing but now I am writing it is A4, A3, A2 and A1. So A4 is nothing but 1010. So here for A1, A2, A3 I am getting the same as it is. For B is 00 11, but we need to take 1's complement for this one. So 1's complement is replacing 0 with 1 and 1 with 0. So it becomes 1100. So now the inputs, that is at this point here A1 is 0, A2 is 1, A3 is 0, A4 is 1. But coming towards the B is actually we are having here 0, 0, 1, 1. But now it becomes 0, 0, 1, 1 because of 1's complement. Now for this one we are adding plus 1 for the first one. So here 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. And as we are not getting any carry is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. As we are not getting any carry is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 0 with the carry 1. That itself indicates the output S0 is equivalent to 1, S2 is 1, S3 is 1, S4 is 0, carry is 1. So here, in case of this, whenever we are performing a 2's complement, subtraction operation, if we are getting any carry, we need to discard this carry or neglect this carry. So this C out is going to be neglected. So the result is 0 triple 1, which is equivalent to 7. So this is a way how to perform a subtraction operation of 4 bit. As we are giving all the bits at the same time, it is called as 4-bit parallel subtractor. So this is the way how we are going to perform the subtraction operation, either it is 2-bit, 3-bit or 4-bit. And the last one is here, by the same circuit, now we are going to perform two operations. Those two operations are nothing but called as a added slash subtracted. So in the previous one, if we are not making B's as NOT gate, if you are directly drawing A1, B1, A2, B2, A3, B3 and A4, B4 and we are taking same full adders, then such a circuit is called as 4-bit parallel adder. So the difference between adder and subtractor circuit is, in case of an adder circuit, we are taking the inputs directly A and B. But whereas in case of a subtraction operation, as we are not performing the subtraction operation directly, as we are performing by using the complements procedure, that is we are performing for the negative number, we are performing a 2's complement, then we are adding the positive number. That is the reason in the 4-bit parallel subtractor we have taken the NOT gates for the B, because we are performing A minus B operation. Now let us see the last topic of adders and subtractors is nothing but binary adder slash subtractor. So here the name itself indicates it will perform two operations. One is addition operation and the other one is subtraction operation. Means we are not going to draw these two circuits separately. The same circuit is going to perform two operations. So here I am taking use of full adders, four full adders. As we know that the full adder consists of three inputs. All these three inputs are nothing but similar to that of the previous case. One is A1, A2. This is full adder 1. So the corresponding input is A1. This is full adder 2. Input is A2. Full adder 3. Input is A3. A4 and this is full adder 4. Coming to that of the B, here we are making use of some line control signal which is nothing but M. This control signal is connected to all the lines. So here for the B, that is for each one we need to draw an XOR gate. This XOR gate consists of two inputs. The one input of an XOR gate is M and the other input is B. Similarly, for all the full adders, this is A1, this is the next input B. One input is M, next input is B. This is M, this is B3. M, B4. Now, and the same control input is given as the Cin for the first full adder. As we know that for the full adders we are having two outputs, one is sum and the other one is carry. This is sum, this is carry. So C out of the first one will be seen for the second one. Similarly it is S2, S3, S4. This is C out 2 and this is C in 3. This is C out 3 and the same is given as C in 4. And this is the last output of C out of final one. Now, how can we say that whether it is performing an operation of addition or subtraction? Now, let M is equivalent to 0. If M is equivalent to 0, that itself indicates Cn is also is equivalent to 0 because same M is connected as Cn. Now, A will be getting directly, But for B, all the B's are connected with B XOR with M. As M value is 0, B XOR with 0. Let me take one time as B as 0. 0 XOR with 0 is 0. If you take B value as 1 XOR with 0 is equivalent to 1. Means whatever the B which we are taking, the output is also in the same. Means if control input M is equivalent to 0, B XOR with 0 is equivalent to B. Means I can say that this adder will perform operation of A plus B plus C in value is equivalent to 0. Means it is performing an operation of addition. So if Cn is equivalent to 0, B XOR with 0 is equivalent to B. So A plus B plus Cn is nothing but it is performing an operation of addition operation. Similarly, if M is equivalent to 1, if M is 1, that itself indicates Cn is equivalent to 1. If Cn is equivalent to 1, itself indicates B is nothing but B XOR with M. B is as it is XOR with M. M is 1. If you take B is 0, 0 XOR with 1 is 1. If B is 1, 1 XOR with 1 is 0. Or we have already discussed about the properties of an XOR gate. A XOR with 0 is A XOR with 1 is A bar. So B XOR with 1 is equivalent to B bar. So here it is performing A plus B bar because of XOR operation as Cn is equivalent to 1. So here B bar itself indicates it is performing 1's complement. 1's complement plus 1 is nothing but 2's complement. So here we are performing a subtraction A minus B. Here minus itself indicates for B we need to perform 2's complement. 2's complement is 1's complement plus 1, that is not yet followed by the addition. So whenever M is equivalent to 1, we can say that it is performing an operation of subtraction. Similarly, whenever M is equivalent to 0. So when M is equivalent to 0, it will perform an operation of addition. When M is equivalent to 1, it will perform an operation of subtraction. So, as we are performing two different operations by using one control signal M, which is nothing but by using a single control signal M, at a time here we are performing two different operations. One is addition operation and the other one is subtraction operation. So such a circuit is nothing but called as an adder slash subtractor. Means depending upon the control value of M, either we can perform the addition operation or a subtraction operation. So this is how to design any subtractor circuit in case of a combinational circuit. So here I'll summarize this complete lecture. That is, here we have discussed about 2-bit subtractor in which it will perform the operation of subtraction operation for 2 bits. Similarly, it is called as a half subtractor. If it is performing the subtraction operation of 3 bits, then it is called as full subtractor. And if you want to perform the operation for more than 3 bits, then we'll be using it then we'll be calling it as n-bit subtractor. But even though you are performing the operation of a subtraction, the system will not perform the subtraction operation directly. Instead, it will perform the subtraction operation by using a process of addition. Such a concept is called as a complement. So, by using the complements, that is by using the 2's complement, we are going to perform the n-bit subtraction. If we are using 4 parallel bits at a time, then it is called as 4-bit subtractor. If we are doing the two different operations by using the same circuit, then such a circuit is called as an adder slash subtractor. Now, as we are performing only two different operations, here we are having one control signal. If we want to perform 4 different operations by the same circuit, then we need to have two control signals. That is, depending upon the number of things which we need to perform, that should be of log 2 base of n. So if you want to perform the m different operations, we need to have log base of M control signals. This is how to design any adder as well as subtractor circuits. Thank you.
Okay, now.